friends, welcome back to the Generous Pour, where we stuff, unstuff, and make it all a little more beautiful, even when the world feels like chaos. Today is our first budget with me and credit card unstuffing for July, and I'm walking into this month with a whole new energy. The sun is out in Connecticut, my coffee is strong, although on ice, and I just finished setting up my brand new mat, my July game lineup. And can I just say, this space feels like a deep breath. Sometimes you just need a reset. There's something about switching up mid-year that just works. You look at what's clicking, what's not, and you give yourself permission to let go of what no longer fits financially and energetically. I made some changes to how I track, save, and stuff, and I'm excited to share them all with you as I go through my my budget with me today of $2,470. But first, we're going to unstuff my credit card because I swipe my credit card. Of course, I do. But I also pay myself back from my cash envelopes. So we're owning it and we're paying it right back with cash. So let me grab, so my wallet is, you can see, empty. So what I do is when I spend out of my cash envelopes, I move those envelopes into my overflow binder because I don't want to walk around with a whole bunch of envelopes that don't have anything in them. So I put them in here as I kind of spend out of those categories. So I'm going to put this off to the side. And let's talk about the purchases. I went through everything. Let me grab my, so what I do is as I spend from my wallet, I keep track of it on my envelope tracker. So if I don't write it down that day, what I do is I keep the receipts in my wallet, and when I get home, I write down the date, and then I do the description and the amount, and then I move that once a week out of my wallet. So let's put this right here so that you can see it. Hopefully it's not going to be too much of a glare. Oh, and then this week, for the first time, I didn't remember the sort quick on my fingers. Of course not. But I did remember to bring change. So I have $40 in change. And the reason I'm doing this is because whenever I spend out of my wallet, I often can't break the change out of here. And so I just want to have a little bit extra change sitting in my cash tray so that I can break the denominations that are in my wallet. So 5, 10, 15, 20. So we're going to be starting out with 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. So I'm just going to write at the top of my tracker that we started with 40 so that I can pull that out and put it back in my change. So let's do that. So groceries this week, hopefully you can see all of this. Groceries this week is 164 and 96. So it looks like we spent 260. And again, we have two kids that just recently moved out. So we're pulling back a little bit in terms of what we spend for groceries. And in fact, my budget with me today, we're going to reduce the amount that we've been budgeting every week. So let's pull out 260. 1, 2, 20, 40, 50, 60. Okay. So we have 120. So we have exactly the right amount, which is unusual. Now that I brought change, I'm probably not going to need it. And then I just check it off as I put it back because that money goes back to the bank. So now groceries has 1, 2, 3, 4, $4. And we budgeted 375, so I used cash. Sometimes I use cash, sometimes I use my card. It just depends. So Lori is going to get 50. So it looks like we have 50 here. So it's going to get 50 back. So we'll do two 20s and a 10. This is just, a way to make sure that you integrate what works for your lifestyle, because credit cards work for us, as long as I pay them back. And so I don't mind using them as long as at the end of the day or at the end of the week, I don't wait to monthly to unstuff my wallet, because then I see money in there and I think that I can spend it. And so I like to kind of uh, make sure everything is pulled out at the end of the week, and I put it back in my bank and I pay myself back. So it's one of the most empowering parts of the budgeting for me, is pulling the physical cash back out and putting it towards my card. I don't feel guilty. I feel in control because I planned for this, and this is the strategy that I use. So dining out, looks like dining out is 43, so we have 100. So we need 57 back. Oof. So now we might run into a little, let's pull dining out for a second. So even though I have change, I don't want it to take all of my change. So let's put this right here for a second. Let's just go like this. And then date night is getting 67. So 50, let's see. So we have 50, 60, 75 minus 67. So we need $8 back. So we'll put a 50, a 20, put that right there. And then we'll pull $3. So now date night has 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it looks like we can now do dining out. It's like a game of trying to move your money around when you're trying to pay back, because you don't always have exactly, what you swiped in the change in your thing. So date night is done. Dining out now is gonna get, so dining out is 43, so we need 57 back. So we'll put 100, 5, 50. So dining out is getting 55, 56, 57. So that worked out. Sometimes you just got to move on from the envelope and go to the next one, and it eventually works-ish. So dining out. Household is getting, so household, we have a 50, and we spent 22, so it's going to get 28. So 25, 26, 27, and 28. So this is working out nicely. 25, 26, 27, 28. When I don't have change, I mean, it's terrible. So I try to keep a little bit of change on me so that I can pay. Oh, Pearl is actually in my overflow because I don't walk around with her envelope, because I pay on my credit card for her every week. So it's $30 every single week. So I just grab it out of overflow. So Pearl gets, so now we have 20 and 30. So I can check that off. I just don't, I budget the amount, but I don't really walk around with it because it's for her food and some treats. And so our last category is business. And I went a little crazy with buying some things from Etsy. It's a slippery slope, folks. You're trying to save money, but you're also, all these things out there are so cute and you want them, but you're trying to save money. So business is 24, and I'm going to put back 30. So I get back $6 in business. So now business has $7. No, I'm sorry, 26, because it had a 20. And then kindness I spend every week, and buffer I keep in my overflow in case I need extra money from something. So I'm going to do it from my wallet. I'm actually just going to put it back in here. And so let's pull out let's pull out my, let's see what we have in ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Let's just pull out 40, or yeah, 40, which is what we started with. And then let's count this. So I'll take back the 40, and then we'll count this to make sure we have enough going back. So we should have 164 plus 43 plus 50 plus 67 plus 30 plus 24 plus 96 plus 22. So we should have 496. 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, 60, 70. Sorry, I messed up. 1, 2, 3, 400, 50, 60, 70, 80, 5, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. So that is right on the nose. We should have 496. And so what I'm going to do is put this money back, which is what I do every single week, and I put it in my bank deposit envelope. So when I go after today and I do my budgeting, I take this back to the bank and then I pull out money for my budget with me, or for my cash stuffing, which is going to be tomorrow. So what I do is I'm going to wipe this down and then I'll put it back in my wallet and we'll start back over. So I'm going to put this right here until we wipe it down. And now we are going to move on to my budget for July. So this is what I'm working with. So let me grab my budget. So this month we're working with $2,470. This is what I'm working with after bills, and then we're going to break it down for cash stuffing. And I've already put on here my variables, my weekly wallet, groceries, gas, things in our house, and I've also reduced our grocery category, and I reduced our grocery category by $75 a week, so $150, because we do have 2 kids that recently moved out. 2 of my boys are now living, one is in Boston and one is in New York City, so we don't have to pay for groceries for them. So I'm adjusting this a little bit, see how it works for us. And then I'm doing something a little different this moving forward, is I am starting a 1K savings challenge, and I have it right here. And so this is my 1K savings challenge, and what it is it's different denominations, and then you stuff the different envelopes as you kind of go through. So instead of, what I'm going to stop doing is my 100 envelope challenge, and I'm going to move that money from my 100 envelope challenge into my 1K savings challenge that I just made this. I'm kind of excited about that, and I will actually stuff this tomorrow. And my first stuffing is going to be $40. I'm going to try and get the big numbers. If you look here, I'm going to try and get the big numbers. So there's 40, 30, 25, 20, and 10. And so I am going to start in the back with the 40s and go through it. I felt like with my 100 envelope challenge is I couldn't see the money. I couldn't keep track of it really well. And I also don't prefer to fold up my money. And so this is just the best of that world, both worlds, honestly. You're saving it, and it's smaller chunks, so it's 1,000. And so you see this win. So this money right here is going to go into my Christmas binder. So I'm going to put this off to the side. I just wanted you to see what that is. And I'm also getting rid of, I think, my mini Mondays. And so I'm going to replace it with a games binder that I'm going to be playing with, that is going to be for my weekly overflow. And also I'm going to be giving it $100 every week. And then my wildcard Wednesday and my saving Saturday. So anyway, I already did that. So we're going to go through, let's grab our cash planning sheet. So we are going to go through, I can put this off to the side. Let me grab my pen, which I put back. And we are going to go through our celebrations binder, since I already have. And I also redid all of my binders, which I'm pretty excited about. So I switched things around, I moved stuff and did, different things. So I don't even remember right now which binder is what. So I made this binder category. So I have the mauve, the taupe, the white, the purple, the red, and the blue. So I keep a little cheat sheet off to the side so I can see which binder is what. So birthdays is going to get 10. Oops, let's put that right there. So birthdays is going to get 10. And let's do this. So we have 2470 that we're working with. And we're going to take 600, 200, 100, 200, 150, 60, 40, 50, 50, and 10. So we have $370 left to work with. Is that right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, I guess it is. So birthdays is going to get 10. So that's going to be one $10 bill. Entertaining is going to get 10. And I put in these little trackers, which I am kind of excited about. Celebrate, we're going to skip. Summer fun. Wait a minute. Did I take the 10 out? This is what happens with me. I'm going to do 25. So we're going to do 1, 20, and 1, 5. And then we're going to put in fall festivities. I'm just going to put fall here. And I'm going to do 10. I'm going to go through the binder first, and then winter is going to get 10. And spring is going to get 5. So it's sort of a sliding scale. So 10, 10, 5. And then that is going to do it for those. Thanksgiving is definitely getting some. And Thanksgiving is going to get 5. Christmas is going to get 100. And we can just do a $100 bill. And then that is going to do it for this binder. So let's do this again. Oops. Let's do 600 plus. We're just going to plus it. Okay, so I'm going to put here 2265 is right there. I'm probably just going to confuse myself. Okay, so we are going to move on to high priority. And look at these cute little dashboards. So keep calm, stuff this, high priority, sinking funds. And then I made these dashboards to go in here. I'm kind of excited about those. And my celebrations binder, I didn't show you. Cheers, cheers, important dates and sinking funds. And then I put this dashboard in here. And then I put these kind of off to the side because I was kind of ruining them being at the top, and I like them, so I don't want them to be ruined. Okay, so let's see. So Christmas, we are gonna do emergency. Well, actually, I'll do medical. So medical is gonna get 50, and that's a new category for us. Um, because we switched health insurance and now we have a higher deductible. So that's that. Did I do home maintenance? I don't think so. Oh yeah, I did. So home maintenance. Home maintenance is going to get 25. Oh, I just put 20. I added. So I think that's going to be right. Let's do emergency. So emergency, I'm going to put 25. I hope I don't run out of space. So 25. And then we're going to skip dental, home maintenance we just did, 1 month ahead. And 1 month ahead is going to also get 25. So it's going to get 20 and 5. And then self-care is going to get 10. And that'll be 110. And haircuts is also going to get 25. So we're going to do 25. Okay. And then did I do wellness? I think I didn't. I skipped wellness because um, I skipped wellness because yeah, I think that's it in this binder. Yep. I skipped wellness because I put into self-care. So let's grab now our long-term. So let's put this over here. Hopefully you can still see that. So now we've got, this is my long-term and also personal. So someday long-term sinking funds I put in there, and then I did the 1111 Make-A-Wish. So experiences, I'm just going to put it right here. Experiences is going to get 25. It's summer, and I feel like we have house guests coming this weekend for 4th of July. And so I wanted to kind of fund that. Girls trip, no. Home improvement, I did home maintenance. Yard and garden, I am not doing. Let's see where we are. Okay, so we have $20 left. So we're going to put $10 into hobby. So we have $24.60. I don't know if you can see that. And then we're going to put $10 into giving. And this is just extra giving that we do outside of kind of our monthly donations that are automatically coming out of our checking account, and also the giving that already comes out of my kind of kindness envelope. So that is going to be $10. So that brings us to 2470. Um, and I'm kind of excited about this. So here's this one too. I moved that over. Oh, and then I got this travel dashboard from Bethany Budgets. Oh, and just I want to show everybody that I made this. I've been doing this revamp for a couple of weeks, and this is my new National Park Savings Challenges that I made for my travel binder. And so this one is Zion National Park. I made 4 different places. Zion, I can't remember the other places, but anyway, that's my long-term binder. And so we're going to put that right there. And then I did, I am going to be doing something different in my overflow. Is usually I put my week number 2 into these categories, but it messed up my overflow. And so what I did is I made a week number 2. So what I'm going to do is, so we are bi-weekly paid family. So what I'm going to do is, so this grocery money is for 2 weeks. And so I'll put $300 into my wallet, and then I'll put $300 along with the other half of these categories into week number 2. And then now my envelopes here will serve as an overflow. And so if I need to take from this, I know I'm not taking from next week's money. And so I'm kind of excited about that. And then I made these little trackers or these little placeholders. So it's empty AF. And so if I go in and overspend in my grocery, I'll know that I can't take it out of that one. And then I made this one for my personal, and it says, don't swipe that card, don't, highlighted. And so you can kind of see it on here. But anyway, I've been hard at work revamping everything. And I'm super excited, and I've also added a new game to roll money from my groceries and my personal weekly. So I get $300 a week for groceries and $100 a week for personal spending. And I'm going to be playing a game and taking a little bit out of that because it makes it fun and it keeps things a little fresh and interesting. And so that will go into also a category in my games binder. So my games binder is loaded. We're going to be doing dice rolls, spin and saves, card pulls, everything that makes it feel like a little treat instead of a chore. My variable spending binder, now I'll be doing challenges for my groceries and my personal every week. Um, it's sneaky, but it works. And then I also made a fun Christmas binder that is I'm going to be playing on Saturdays for Christmas in July because Christmas in July is real, everyone. And so those challenges will roll over into my gifts and festivities and my celebrations binder. And my aesthetic just got a glow up. This is my new mat. I got fresh printables. And this setup feels a little more like me. And again, this is your budget, your way to do things. So if you need a tweak, if you need a spark that makes things fresh for you and makes you love to budget again, uh, do it, do it, do it, do it. Um, this is your opportunity and your call to do it. It takes a little bit of time, takes a little organization, but I'm so glad that I did it. So let me know in the comments if you want to tour my binders or my savings games. Um, but I'm super excited to go and stuff this tomorrow. But before I go, I just want to say thank you for being here. With everything going on in the world, it can feel like a lot right now, but having this little corner of the internet where we take care of our lives, our money, and our mindset, it means something. So if you're budgeting through burnout, saving through stress, or just trying to keep yourself grounded, and this space is for you. Leave a star in the comments if you're feeling that July optimism, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs a reminder that budgeting can be empowering and beautiful. So, see you in the next one where we cash stuff this $2,470 and play some fun savings games. Until then, pour a little joy into your week. Thanks for coming.